Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about population explosion and birth control. In the last century, an all-round development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with better living conditions had an explosive impact on the growth of population. So just because we are getting lots of facilities, we are getting lots of medical facilities, so all these conditions are making the population growth in an explosive way. The world population, which was around 2 billion in 19th century, rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000. So that much amount of increment is observed in the population growth. In similar trend was observed in India too. Our population, which was approximately 350 billion at the time of our independence, reached close to the billion mark by 2000 and crossed 1 billion in May 2000. So in that much amount of explosion is also observed in India too. That means every 6% of the world is in an Indian. A rapid decline in death rate, maternal mortality rate MMR and infant mortality rate IMR, as well as an increase in number of people in reproducible age are probable reason for this. Though our RCH program through we could bring down the population growth rate, it was only marginal. So just although we are using the RCH program, but it was not so much effective. According to the 2001 census report, the population growth rate was still around 1.7%, that is 17 by 1000 by year, a rate at which our population could double in 33 years. So, if we are reducing the people or if our population is increased by 1.7%, then after 33 years we are able to double our population. Such an alarming growth rate could lead to an absolute scarcity of even the basic requirement, that is, the food, shelter, and clothing, in spite of significant progress made in those areas. Therefore, the government was forced to take up serious measures to check this population growth rate. The most important step to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. So we are motivating different type of or various small families to use the contraceptive methods. So you might have seen advertisement in the media as well as posters or bills, etc., that they are showing a happy couple with two children with a slogan "Hum do Hamar do," V2 and R2. So many couples, mostly the young urban working one, have even adopted one child norms. That means they are adopting the one child so that the population can easily control. The statutory rising of marriageable age of the female to 18 years and that of the male to 21 years and incentive given to the couple with smaller families are two of the other measures taken by the government to tackle this problem. So, by providing them the incentive as well as to increase the marriageable age, for females it was 18 years and for males it was 21 years. So that is why it is also two measures that are quite controlling this condition. Now let us describe some of the commonly used contraceptive method which help preventing unwanted pregnancies. An ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effect. It also should in no way interfere with the sexual drive, desire and or the sexual act of the user. So there will be user-friendly, it should be not affecting or it will not having any type of side effect and it will not affect the sexual drive or sexual desire of the user. Now, a wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available, which could be broadly grouped into the following categories, namely the natural or traditional method, barrier method, IUDS method, oral contraceptive, injectable methods, implants, and surgical method. So, these are the different methods of contraceptives. Now, natural method work on the principle of avoiding the chance of the ovum and sperm meeting. Periodic abstinence is one such method in which the couple avoid or abstain from coitus from day 10 to 17 of the menstrual cycle when ovulation could be expected. So at that time, if coitus is not occur at that time, no pregnancy will occur. And that is why this is the natural or traditional method in which what we are doing, they are simply avoiding coitus from 10th to 17th day because at that time the ovulation occur. And whenever ovulation occur, if the coitus occur at that time, the chance of pregnancy is always increased. So if they are avoiding coitus at that time, so they can simply prevent the pregnancy by natural method. Withdrawal or coitus interruptus is another method in which the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before ejaculation so as to avoid insemination. So just before the ejaculation, when the penis is removed from the vagina, at that time the insemination will not occur, and due to lack in insemination, the pregnancy will not occur. Lactational amenorrhea, absence of menstruation method is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle do not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. That means just after the parturition, some period is there or a period is there in which no menstrual cycle occur, and when no menstrual cycle occur, that means no ovulation occur. So this is the safe period. So therefore, as long as the mother breastfeeds the child fully, chance to interruption are almost nil. So till the baby is feeding the milk, at that time there is a chance that no pregnancy will occur. The chance of pregnancy is almost nil. However, this method has been reported to be effective only up to minimum or maximum period of 6 months following parturition. That means after parturition or after delivery, only 6 month period is there, then the menstrual cycle will started. As no medicine or devices are used in this method, side effects are almost nil. Chances of failure, though, of this method are also high. So just because they are not using any type of method or any type of devices, in that case, no side effect is, but the failure of these method is also very high. In barrier method, ovum and sperms are prevented from physically meeting with the help of the barriers. Such methods are available for both male and females. Condoms are barriers made for thin rubber latex sheath that are used to cover the penis in the male or vagina and cervix in the female just before coitus so that the ejaculated semen would not enter into the female reproductive tract. This can prevent conception. Nirod is the popular brand of condom for the males. Use of condoms has increased in recent years due to the additional benefit of protecting the user from the contracting STDs and AIDS. Just because these methods are too much effective, they are able to control the pregnancy as well as they are effective on STDs and AIDS also. So nowadays the use of these condoms are very much increased. Both male and female condoms are disposable, can be self-inserted, and thereby gives privacy to the user. Just because they can easily dispose, they can easily self-inserted, and thereby they can easily provide the privacy to the user. So diaphragms, cervical caps, and volts are also barrier methods which are made up of rubber that are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during the coitus. So these devices are simply covering the cervix during coitus, so they prevent conception by blocking the entry of sperm through the cervix. They are reusable. Spermicidal cream, jellies, and foams are usually used along with these barrier methods to increase their contraceptive efficiency. So along with these methods, diaphragm, cervix, cervical cap, or volts, so along with this, spermicidal cream, jellies, and foams are also used to increase their efficiency. Another effective and popular method is the use of an intrauterine devices, IUDs. These devices are inserted by the doctor or expert nurses in the uterus through vagina. These intrauterine devices are presently available as the non-medicated IUDs, example Lippus loop, copper releasing IUDs, copper Ts, Cu7 or multi-load 375, and the hormone releasing IUDs, progesterone LNG20. This is example, or this is the diagram of a copper T. IUDs increase the phagocytosis of sperms within the uterus, and the Cu release suppress sperm motility and the fertilizing capacity of the sperm. So whatever the IUDs are there, they are simply increasing the phagocytosis of the sperm, and also whatever the copper is released by these method, so they will suppress the motility of the sperm, as well as they will also depress or decrease the fertility of the sperm. The hormone released IUDs in addition make the uterine unsuitable for implantation and the cervix hostile to the sperm. So the IUDs which has remove or which are releasing the hormones, at that time what they are doing, they are simply make the uterus unsuitable for the implantation, and also the cervix which is not accepting the sperm properly. Now IUDs are ideal contraceptive for the females who want to delay pregnancy and or space children. So the females who are or who do not want any pregnancy, or for who want delay in pregnancy, or they want space between two children, so they are using these method. It is one of the widely accepted method of contraception in India. Oral administration of small dose of either progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination is another contraceptive method used by the female. So they are used in the form of a tablet and hence are popularly called the pills. So pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days, starting preferably within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle, after a gap of 7 days during which the menstruation occur. It has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desire to prevent contraception. So they inhibit ovulation and implantation, as well as alter the quality of the cervical mucosa to prevent or retarded entry of sperm. So just because they are altering the cervical mucosa, and also it will retard the entry of the sperm, so they are very much effective. Now pills are very effective with lesser side effect and as are well accepted by the female. Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for the female, contains a non-steroidal proportion. It is a once a week pill with very few side effects and a high contraceptive value. Progesterone along with in combination with estrogen can also be used by the female as injections or implants under the skin. They Their mode of action is similar to that of pills, and their effective period are much longer. Administration of progesterone and progesterone estrogen combination or UDIs within 72 hours of coitus have been found to be very effective as emergency contraceptive, as they could be used to avoid the possible pregnancy due to the rape or casual unprotected intercourse. So if any female is raped or it is having a casual unprotected intercourse, at that time these type of contraceptive methods can easily used. Surgical method, also called the sterilization, are generally advised for the male and female partner as a terminal method to prevent any more pregnancy. So if any male or female don't want any other child, at that time the sterilization method is used. Surgical intervention blocks gamete transport and thereby prevent contraception. So just because they are blocking the path of the gamete, so they can simply prevent the contraception. Sterilization procedure in the male is called the vasectomy, and that in the female tuberctomy. So this surgical method, when it's applied in males, then it is called the vasectomy, and when it is applied in females, we called it tubectomy. In vasectomy, a small part of a vas deferens is removed or tied up through the small incision on the scrotum, whereas in tubectomy, the small part of the fallopian tube is removed or tied up through the small insertion of the abdomen or through vagina. These techniques are highly effective, but their recoverability is very poor. So they are very much effective, but if anyone want to recover it, so it is not possible. The chances is very low. So that is why when any person don't want any more children, at that time this type of method is applied. So this is a diagram how vasectomy and tubectomy occurs. So in vasectomy, the small part of vas deferens is either cutted or it is tied. In tubectomy, the fallopian tube, it is cutted or it is tied. It need to be emphasized that the selection of suitable contraceptive method and its use should always be undertaken in consultation with qualified medical professional. That means if any person is using any type of contraceptive method, in that case he should consult with a qualified medical professional. One must also remember that the contraceptive are not regular requirements for the maintenance of the reproductive health. In fact, they are practiced against the natural reproductive events, that is conception and pregnancy. So it is not a regular requirement, it is only at the time of conception and pregnancy. One is forced to use this method either to prevent pregnancy or to delay or space pregnancy due to personal reason. So if any person is using this, it is just because he don't want any unwanted pregnancy or delay or space pregnancy for the personal reason. No doubt the widespread use of these methods have a significant role in the checking uncontrolled growth of population. They are controlling the population, but however, their possible ill effects like the nausea, abdomen pain, breakthrough bleeding, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer do not very significant. So should not be totally ignored. So they are effective, but their ill effect is also there. So we should also consider them.